Welcome everyone to this video. So today in this video I am going to walk you through regarding one of the important concept within Snowflake while using the LLM model, that is LLM settings. So let us deep dive into the demo, right? Now here what I will do is I will call the Cortex complete function. I'll use the llama model and I will ask a very simple question, right, which is explain cloud computing to a business executive, right? Now let us do that, right? And I'm using compute warehouse as a kind of extra small, which is obviously extra small, and I'm expecting some kind of response to come all natively within Snowflake, right? So this is the LLM model, this is the question, and obviously the warehouse is spun up, the warehouse has run, and it has given me a very good response, right? So let us quickly see what this response is first, right? Now if we see this, right, now this one has given me a very elaborative response, well and good, right? So it talks me through what is the cloud computing, what is its model, what all are the different characteristics of the cloud computing, so on and so forth, right? Well and good, very good, right? I mean, this model actually kind of did its work, and it was able to generate answer all using Cortex complete, right? Now here we have to also understand what happened, right? Why I am talking about LLM settings over here. Now think of it like in the process of generating this response, it did two things. Number one, it has obviously utilized the warehouse. Number two, what it has done is it has processed the number of tokens. Now imagine a token is nothing but a kind of within Snowflake it is called as a word which is on an average 4 kind of character in length, right? Now imagine this is my input prompt, which obviously was taken into consideration while calculating the number of tokens, and this also is the output prompt. The output prompt is huge, right, with respect to total number of tokens. And why I am referring this word tokens is because whenever we are using any LLM function like Cortex complete, it is just not the warehouse cost for which we will be charged, it is also the total number of tokens processed against which we will be have to pay, right? I mean, with respect to using this function, right? So what happened was I have got my answer, it's a very elaborative answer, but in the process I had to pay for compute and the number of tokens was big for me. Okay, now how do I control it? So what will happen is, imagine a scenario, I don't want this kind of an elaborative answer. I know a little bit of cloud computing, I just want a very very crisp answer, right? What is the method through which I can maybe kind of summarize that answer? Is there a way I can do that? That is point one. And also point two is, what is the method through which I will be able to control the randomness of the output that is getting generated while I run these kind of function all within Snowflake, right? So let us see how it can be done. So this is a very important thing, right? So this is where we will talk about two things. One is temperature, another one is maximum tokens, right? So what will happen is same thing. Okay, so it is exactly the same Cortex complete, and then this is the prompt, okay, which I am using, but there are two additional things which I am giving over here. Number one, maximum number of tokens. Number two, temperature. Okay, now here let me put the temperature as 0.1. okay, and then maximum number of tokens is 50, which means the input and the output kind of response which I will be getting, somehow I am trying to control that by putting this particular number, okay, right? And then the randomness of the output, okay, which will be generated by calling this Cortex LLM function, will be controlled by this temperature as a value, right? Now let us see and let us see what response we get whenever we are calling this particular function, right? Okay, so I have called this function Snowflake Cortex complete, and I have also got something as an output, right? So let us see what the output is. Yeah, let me do one thing. Let me kind of, yes. Okay, cool. So what I did was I ran that function, and few things we'll have to note over here. Completion tokens is 50. Prompt tokens is 18. That means what? The output that got generated, it was within 50 tokens. The other command that we ran, we saw paragraphs of output, right? Which, think of it like the number of tokens would be huge, and I might have to pay to Snowflake with respect to scanning that many tokens, right? And again, that will again be attributed to the cost. But over here, I was able to at least control the output because I gave the parameter over here max tokens, right? And input anyways tokens will be considered the cortex complete, that was 18, and this is the output, and total is 68. So within 68 tokens, I am getting my summarized output. Cloud computing is a revolutionary, technology that has transformed, the way business operate and things like that, right? So this is what I get, everything I get. And another thing which has to be noted over here is temperature, right? Now over here, if you see, one important thing is this particular sentence looks very complete to me. Okay, it doesn't look like it has given me a very, very random kind of an answer, right? So what I will do over here is, let me change this value to 0.9, okay, instead of 0.1. So what will happen now? Let us see. Okay, now I'll try to generate, I'll try to, kind of run the same command. Tokens, will remain as is, but this time I am trying to, change this temperature as a value, and then run this particular cortex complete function and see what is the output that I get, right? Now if you see this, cloud computing is a revolutionary way for business to improve, things like that. Here is a concise explanation tailored for a business executive like yourself. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is a model. And if you see this, it is giving me a broken output, but the other one gave me a complete sentence, right? From which I already know what is a cloud computing, but here the randomness has really increased, and what has stayed stable was this one, right? The completion tokens is still 50, prompt token is 18, and obviously total tokens is 68. So the point which I am trying to make over here is, if you go nearer to 0, like 0.1, you are expected to get less random answer, right? And if you go nearer to 1, okay, what you will get is more random output. Okay, now what let us do one more exercise. Let's say I will change it to maybe 1, okay, and max token size. Think of it like I need more descriptive answer, so let's say I increase it to 500. So what will I get? I need a better answer, no randomness, but little bit of elaborative answer too. But that too I am controlling it. Max tokens, I am controlling it within 500, right? So let us see what output do I get. Okay, I'm not expecting a very summarized answer, little bit of elaborative answer, but it has to be controlled within 500. You see this? We got this answer, little bit of an elaborative way, okay, and it is a controlled answer. And if you see this, total tokens is 518. Input prompt tokens has not yet increased. Completion tokens is still 500, right? And some of the default value over here, max tokens, obviously, if we do not give anything, then this is what it is, right? The default value is 4096, maximum value is 8192. Temperature, if we do not allow, that means it will give you the good answer, the best possible answer without any randomness, right? And there is always an analogy drawn towards this particular thing whenever with ChatGPT. Now ChatGPT, when we try to kind of maybe ask a lot of questions, so we probably do not control all these parameters, right? We do not have that control, so it will give us whatever we ask, and then accordingly it will give us the answer. So we hardly kind of look into these kind of configurations, so that at least we manage the output, right? So here, I just wanted to kind of bring that analogy so that we understand that all these things are very very important with respect to kind of using the LLM functions, and which is somehow directly related to your pricing, and obviously we getting the exact insight by using these kind of functions within our environment, right? So this video was all about at least giving the information about these two LLM functions, these two LLM insights, I would say, and what all are the key benefits when these two parameters are used effectively all natively within Snowflake. There is always a lot of queries come with respect to at least how the LLM pricing can be controlled. How do we get the best out of the LLM kind of functions all natively, which is hosted within the Snowflake? So these are few methods through which we can obviously get the best out of this platform, obviously by paying less, right? So thank you so much once again for watching this video. If you like my video, then please feel free to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and also please feel free to talk about it. Thank you so much once again.